Hello, good day. My name is Akira Yamanaka, and I will be discussing my research paper entitled Factors Influencing the Implementation of a Forklift Pre-Operational Inspection Program. So, introduction, background of the study. Maintenance is defined as the actions taken by the management to its machineries and equipment to prolong its useful life. It is divided into two parts: preventive maintenance and corrective maintenance. Preventive maintenance is comprised of the traditional active maintenance and periodical diagnosis, whereas corrective maintenance is defined as the repair activity conducted to a machine when it breaks down. In fact, corrective maintenance often occurs randomly with no definitive schedule and urgent most of the time. The importance of developing a comprehensive preventive maintenance schedule needs to be stressed to lessen the encounter with such impediment. There is a relationship on the behavior of forklift operators towards energy consumption and productivity. A study was formulated to simulate the actual forklift operation inside a warehouse. Parameters that were observed include change in speed, travel time, lifting height, and braking. The study analyzed all the collected data using different statistical methods to arrive with a conclusion that speed affects consumption of energy and the frequency of breaks had the least significance. Inspection of a forklift before utilization is just as important as conducting routinary maintenance and repair works. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or OSHA, released last 2016, stressed the importance of conducting pre-operation checking before using a forklift. So here is the sample checklist provided by OSHA. So as stated in their updated 29 CFR 1910.178, they suggested to check the forklifts at least once a day and in every end of shift if possible. This list was originally released on 1974. The list details the necessary checkpoints an operator should be doing using a forklift. As an effect, downtime is not experienced and costly repairs and accidents are avoided. So the National Safety Council recorded 7,290 non-fatal and 78 fatal accident cases in 2020. Additionally, downtime is experienced by the end users since there is a decrease in operating forklifts that can be used in the area. Research objective. This study would like to examine the factors that affect forklift operators' desire to conduct pre-operation checking. The objective of this research is to determine the factors influencing such behavior. Related literature. The topics that were considered on the review of existing researches or studies revolve on the following topics: forklift operation, energy consumption, and safety. Um, some examples include there was a trend in forklift accidents and various injuries. Three years worth of data were analyzed, and they estimated that around 400 accidents related to forklifts are happening annually. Around 50% of forklift accidents were attributed to collisions. To significantly decrease this number, the researchers suggested installing an electric proximity warning system on forklifts to alert operators if there are obstacles within their working area. Another example considered in the RRL um, is the vehicle routing problem of a transcontinental transportation system, wherein a comprehensive preventive maintenance program was developed that considered the following factors: reliability of the vehicle, maintenance cost, and time. The total expected cost was calculated using a mathematical model. The researchers develop an integrated vehicle routing and maintenance strategy to determine the most applicable type of program depending on the setting. So, conceptual framework. Um, in understanding forklift operators' perception of pre-operational inspection, it is essential to establish an inspection program. Four factors were considered in this study, namely guidelines, as clear guidelines help operators easily execute the program. Top management support, which is considered as the one of the most crucial parameters in the program success. Trainings and certifications will ensure that only competent operators will use the forklifts, and feedback mechanism will aid in hearing the operator suggestions for improving the program. All of this were included in the survey given to the participants. Further explanation, guidelines as independent variable pertains a set of recommended rules, principles, or instructions that provide direction or advice for specific activities, decisions, or tasks. They are often designed to assist individuals or organizations in achieving a specific objective, adhering to best practices, or ensuring uniformity and standardization in many areas. The active assistance, encouragement, and involvement of an organization's leadership, including top level executives, managers, and supervisors, in the planning, implementation, and success of various initiatives, projects, and overall operations are referred to as management support. Management assistance is critical for accomplishing organizational goals and guaranteeing the business's efficient and effective operation. Trainings and certifications refer to the formal education, training programs, or courses used to show competency, expertise, and dedication to continued professional development. Lastly, feedback mechanism is a system that enables the monitoring, evaluating, and modification of a specific circumstance, procedure, or system based on data received regarding its current status. So another variable is a pre-inspectional program, which was considered as the dependent variable, pertains to how a forklift is thoroughly inspected before being put into service for a shift or task. Forklift pre-inspection's goal is to find any potential problems or security risks that might jeopardize the forklift's ability to operate safely. So research design. As shown, this describes the research workflow. In the input section, the profiles of the respondents were identified, which includes age, gender, educational attainment, and length of service in the company. The deciding factors on the forklift operational uh, inspection include guidelines, management support, trainings and certifications, and feedback mechanism. So, for the process, collection of data through survey, analysis and interpretation of data through statistical treatment, and presentation of findings and results. As an output, knowledge of forklift operation of the participants are identified. Factors influencing the desire of forklift operators to conduct inspection are determined. So, data gathering. The study will utilize primary data obtained from a survey. The information gathered using this method are based on the respondent's perception. Data analysis. The study will utilize the IBM SPSS statistics as an analytical tool to examine data. This tool is used for large and complex data sets, which it can manage and arrive with an advanced statistical analysis. So, results and discussion. So, here are the demographics of the survey respondents. For as mentioned before, four attributes were considered: age, gender, educational attainment, and length of service in the company. A total of 52 operators took the survey. For age, 46.15% were from the 18 to 30 age group, 21.15% were from the 31 to 40 age group, 25% from the 41 to 50, and 7.69% from the 51 to 60% age group. For gender, all participants were male. For educational attainment, none had a postgraduate degree. 26.92% were college graduates, 50% were vocational course graduates, and 23.08% were high school graduates. For length of service at the company, 9.62% were in the company for at least a year, 40.38% for 1 year to less than 5 years, 23.08% for 5 to less than 10 years, and 7.69% for 10 to 15 years, and 9.62% for 15 years and above. So, reliability of the questionnaire, we use the Chromebox Alpha, denoted as alpha. It's a measurement used in psychrometrics and statistics to measure the internal consistency or reliability of a set of related items or questions in a questionnaire or survey. So the minimum acceptable value for a Cronbach's alpha for it to be acceptable is 0.7. So we use the IBM SPSS statistics tool to arrive with the Cronbach's alpha for each variable. And we arrive with the values shown, all of which are at least acceptable. So here are the survey results for the different variables in the questionnaire. So guidelines questions, we have this. So management support questions, trainings and certifications questions, um, feedback mechanism questions, and forklift pre-operation inspection program questions. So, results and discussion. For the question based on guidelines, um, respondents mostly agree and disagree, strongly agreed rather, on all questions provided in the survey. The responses entail that setting guidelines systematizes the process of conducting forklift inspection. The success of a forklift pre-operational inspection program will not be possible without management support. As seen in the responses of the participants, almost all agreed to the role played by management in the implementation of a program, such as funding and project management. For trainings and certifications, participants agreed the importance of training operators to assess their capabilities in forklift operation. For feedback mechanism, the need for hearing the voices of the operators in the company is needed as it would foster improvements on internal programs like the proposed pre-operational inspection program. So here is the interpretation of the responses of the participants in the survey. So we get the mean and standard deviation for each question, and we interpret that using the table from Pimentel we're in. So the results shown in the table for the responses of the participants fall only on two categories: agree and strongly agree. The role played by each factor in the application of a forklift pre-operational program was identified. Interestingly, forklift operators' attitude and response to the execution of the program significantly drives the success of its implementation. As such, employee engagement must be fostered to ensure the efficiency of the program. So, conclusion. The study concludes the four driving factors are involved in the desire of a forklift operator to conduct forklift pre-operational inspection, namely having clear guidelines, management support, training, and certifications and feedback mechanism. Having all these factors present in the workplace ensures a systematic approach in conducting such program. Limitations of the study. The identified limitation of the study is the further analysis of the relationship of each variable. It can be computed using multiple regression analysis and other statistical methods. I think that would be all. Thank you for listening.